Hello, this is Friendly Cat. Welcome to a Hearts of Iron 4 By Blood Alone achievement guide and run through. This is going to be the Red Sea as Ethiopia go communist and take all the states that border the Red Sea. We'll be doing this in 3 steps. Defeat Italy, lend-lease like there's no tomorrow, and then defeat the Allies, not defeat the Allies, but take the lands around the Red Sea, including Saudi Arabia and Yemen. The opening is the straightforward Ethiopia opening. Disband all divisions that are not Chitet Sefari, recruit all the Chitet Sefari that you can, and then retreat out of the northern air zone except for Dessie, and move your troops around. This is probably the hardest part of the run, but also the most repeatable because you would be using it for other Ethiopia achievement runs. So as you become more familiar with this and it becomes easier, it'll make it easier for other runs as well. As you can see, we're moving troops around, we're getting red bubbles, but that's okay as we retreat out of the zones that we don't want to fight in. Already we're seeing some green bubbles in the zone across the river, which is a major strike point. And because we're not in that northern air zone, we will not be cast, or not that I see get cast very much, we will not be dealing with the Italian Air Force. Take your time, pause, move your troops around. We're not going to use frontline orders, we're not going to use fallback orders. We want certain divisions in certain spots. We want a lot of divisions in that bottom right corner, I guess that southeast corner, because that is a regular spot of attack. And then we're going to launch a counteroffensive later on in May. It's our usual encirclement to cross through the desert and head toward the port. And with that encirclement complete, the port is just a matter of time. Now that we have the port, we're going to methodically eliminate the rest of the Italian divisions, including those in the pocket. We will also be heading toward the port in the far south corner. I guess it's the southernmost port. Take your time again. You've got the time, so just eliminate the Italian divisions. With that port under control and those divisions in the pocket, you can destroy them one by one. And then set up a little bit of a naval invasion bait. Make sure you've got troops on your port, because Italy will come to naval invade you, and then intentionally either leave the state to the provinces to the south and north of the port open, or retreat out of them so that Italian troops can land, but they won't be able to take the port. And that gives you the opportunity to destroy more of the Italian divisions. If you guard those provinces, those areas north and south of the port, it will be a failed naval invasion, and those Italian divisions, as far as I know, will retreat back to their port of origin, and you'll have to deal with them, but by defeating them you won't. As we head to the north, we've got a little encirclement around Alsa. There's very few Italian divisions at this point. Just sprint right toward the port. Not too challenging at this point because we've been able to defeat so many Italian divisions and because we baited them in the southern naval invasion. And here it is, the last, a single Italian division, and he went on the offensive, and now we take the port. And with that port taken, Italy is effectively defeated in Ethiopia. So let's start thinking about lend-lease. We're going to max out our divisions within training and then increase the template to deal with mobilization or demobilization and ensure that we suck up all the manpower. Next, we want to look at the different areas with available lend-lease. Based on experience, we know that El Salvador, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Peru, and Germany often have infantry weapons available to us, and later on artillery. But we're going to check before we improve relations. Anytime you're thinking of lend-leasing, check first before you start spending the political power and see if the relations were high enough, would they give you guns. I checked with Japan as well, even though I don't plan to actually lend-lease with them, because they'll be using their guns for their war with China. And then start improving relations. Once relations are high enough, approximately a month or so later, then request a lend-lease. First from the island nations, or not island nations, but the nations that submit their supplies to you through the ocean, last through Germany, so that you've got a negative convoy supply, so that Germany will send you convoys. That first run you may not get very many supplies, but you will get in next runs as your convoys go up. Italy's subsequent naval invasion, quickly defeated. There's a cool little focus called the new administration that gets you 2 random advisors. Those are the only advisors that I know of that increase communist support. In this case, we got the one that gives us political power and another one that gives us additional manpower. Pretty cool. We took the political power here. All right, October 1939. Let's take out the UK, shall we? Whether or with Germany and the Axis. Actually, that is Germany and the Axis. We've got 24-28 width, 24-18 width, and then another 72 divisions, including the Chitet Sefari and 12 garrison. Yeah, it's 1 million manpower in the field. We can comfortably push right through both United Kingdom, or the French troops, and then the United Kingdom, and any Allied troops we see, anywhere we see them, we will just run them right over. We want to head east to take care of the Horn of Africa. We're going to head south to what would be the Lion King achievements. It's the land to the south of Ethiopia, and then to the west, but primarily the focus is to the north. We want to race Italy to Cairo. We want to control those provinces, those states, because we need them. We need those states for this achievement. If Italy beats us there, okay, we'll have to go back to war with Italy. No big deal, but let's just try to race our way up there so we don't have to go back to war with Italy. And I might add, we've been lend-leasing all the way through early 1939 before taking peace negotiations to get out of the war with Italy. Alright, we got to Suez. Breathe easy. If you haven't already started breathing easy, the rest is just going to be a piece of cake. There's very little left to do except clean up any remaining British troops, any Allied troops in the area, take care of any remaining troops around Egypt, and then battle plan speed 5 through Saudi Arabia. Don't worry about it. Don't even look at the rest of the map. You don't need to. You just can just mow right through Saudi Arabia. What do you got to worry about? After Saudi Arabia, you've got Yemen. And both of those justifications were ticking immediately after your invasion with UK. Yemen, almost gone. The achievement's done. What? Jordan? Syria went free France from Vichy France, and because Jordan is part of the achievement, we have not yet completed the achievement because they sent troops to the south because we weren't paying attention. Okay, no problem. We sent some troops back north, no problem. We'll retake Jordan, and now we have the achievement completed. And for the sake of this video, we're going to run them right out of Syria, just for a nice, pretty map. We will not continue on to capitulate the Allies. The achievement is complete when you control those states. You do not need to go any further. Well, anyway, I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave in the comments. Thank you very much for watching.